Hello everyone, this is Max Duryagin with a tutorial for EZTitles users on how to burn subtitles to an MP4 video. This approach is simple and free with the what you see is what you get result. So, first off, you need to have a finished project in EZTitles with all the subtitles positioned and formatted to the client's preference, the font, style, colors, and so on and so forth. Then, you need to export your subtitles. You go to Import Export and click Export Blu-ray DVD Images. In DVD system, you select Final Cut Pro, unless of course you have any of the other systems already at your disposal. In image format, you select TIFF 32-bit. The version will be DaVinci Resolve. Then you set the start timecode. All zeros for me. Check Export Uncompressed Images. And finally you choose the output folder to which the images with your subtitles will be saved. For me it's going to be the desktop. And as you can see, now I have the subtitles here, on my desktop, the master XML file along with the images. Now you need to download and install the free version of the program called DaVinci Resolve over this link. It is a powerful post-production tool for video editing, sound mixing and color grading, and it happens to have an almost fully functional free version. So you just click download, select your system here, Windows for me, enter your details, and download Resolve, followed by installing the program. When launching the tool for the first time, you might be asked whether you want to upgrade to the local database, and if you're not sure what that means, chances are you should click Yes. Then you will see this panel where you create new projects. I'm going to click New Project and name it Tutorial. And there you have it, the user interface of DaVinci Resolve. At the top are all the menus. In the middle are the program controls. And at the bottom are the pages. Media is where you import and organize your clips. Edit is where you edit them. Color is where you do color grading. Fairlight is where you do sound editing and mixing. And Deliver is where you choose the render settings and launch the encoding. So, first we need to go to the media page and add the location of our subtitle files. Like this. Then we move to the edit page and import our video clip from File, Import Media. You might be prompted that the clip's frame rate is different from that in the project settings and asked if you want the program to change them for you, in which case you should click Change. The project settings themselves can be found in File, Project Settings, in case you need to adjust them, although usually there's no need. Now we need to import our subtitles. Go to File, Import XML, and navigate to our file that we created from EZTitles. Here, all the settings should be correct by default, except the start timecode, which you might want to adjust in some cases. So you click OK, and then sometimes the program will tell you that it couldn't find the images and ask if you want to select another folder to search in. Then you just click Yes and go to the folder with your subtitles. In my case, it is on the desktop. And now we have our video clip and the images in the media pool, here. And the subtitles are now also on the timeline. You'll be able to see them if I zoom out the timeline a bit like this. Next, we need to add the video to the subtitles on the timeline. So we right-click here, and then click Add Track. After that, you move the top track down, so that the subtitles appear on top of the video rather than behind it. And finally, we drag and drop the video clip to the beginning of the timeline. And there you have it. All that's left is to render the file. So we go to the Deliver page. As you can see, there's a lot going on in here. The media player, the subtitle images, the timeline, and the render settings. Let me click on this arrow icon to expand the settings panel for a better view. On top you can see the presets with the best settings for different workflows. You have YouTube and Vimeo in different resolutions, Final Cut, Premiere, Avid, Pro Tools and audio only. If none of this work for your project, you should select Custom and manually adjust the render settings. First, select the destination folder here. I'll go with the desktop. Then select the appropriate format, And as you can see, these are the formats for professional workflows. So if you are a freelance subtitler, my advice is that you select MP4 with the H.264 codec, unless of course your client needs something else. And please keep in mind that the AVI format that you can find here is not the regular AVI, but rather the one used in GoPro cameras and Blackmagic Design Decklink cards, so it might be not suitable for you. Next, you select the output resolution and frame rate. And then you need to choose the output clip's video quality. You can either let the program decide what bitrate works best for the quality you want, from least to best. And of course, the higher you go, the bigger file size you'll get. Or you can enter the limit to the maximum bitrate manually here. Choosing the optimal bitrate can be tricky, because it depends on the resolution, frame rate, and amount of motion in your clip. So if you're not sure, better just choose automatic best, and that will give you great quality, though the file size might end up being quite large in some cases. The rest, including the advanced settings, is better left untouched unless you know exactly what you're doing. Then there's the audio section, where you can adjust the sound bitrate along with some other options. And the file section, where among other things, you enter the output file's name. I'm gonna call it result. Finally, you click Add to Render Queue and Start Render. The encoding will take some time, with the progress shown here in %. Alright, the rendering is complete. Let's take a look at the final result.
Really fast, and bombs start going off in the air. Thunder and lightning, weather like he'd never seen before, coming from he didn't know where. When he looks back at the rock, guy's gone. But there's a woman there.
Looks pretty good, exactly the way it is in EZTitles in the full screen mode. And this is pretty much it. To conclude, I'd like to note that with new versions of EZTitles and Resolve to come out in the future, at some point this tutorial can become outdated. So you might have to add some adjustments to make it work. And should you have any issues or questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Hope this helps, and have a nice day.